Alright everybody, and welcome back to the CPT 2021 finals here with myself, Jammers, and Logan Summer, walking you through some of these lovely exhibitions that will be happening. And up next, we're going to be moving over to CPT East and Russia. This is going to be another fantastic exhibition, which will be Papoi going up against Jamie. Now, for me, Logan, this is probably the title as who's the best Russian player. Now, obviously, Jamie had a fantastic time at the Intel World Open. Papoi, he won the CPT after resetting the bracket against Jamie, which me and Ovar commented. That was brilliant. But I remember Papoi said to me he didn't want to fight anybody at the CPT finals when it was going to happen. But I was like, well, now you got to fight your brethren. You got to fight your compadre at the exhibition here. So, I mean, do you think he stands a chance against a formidable opponent in Jamie?
So the very interesting thing about Jamie is she has become so well known for that. Honda was in winner's side on grand final, but Papoi was managed to snatch that victory away and get the qualification spot. But over the last couple of months, Jamie's been really focusing on Luke, entering a lot of the tournaments online as Luke, and that's a very interesting matchup because it really changes the dynamic. Luke is very difficult for Laura to deal with at the longer range because of that sandblast of the projectile. But when Laura gets in, that's when the fun and games start, and she can really just play her normal game. So I'm really interested to see how Jamie does because she hasn't had a huge amount of success in the online events as well. Top 16s, top 32s, and these are regional kind of community events as well, not big events. So she's definitely going to want to prove something here. So it's going to be a tough one for Jamie to pull out a win in the first of 5 against Papoi, who has really been just cruising with Laura for the last, several seasons. There's a real difference in experience there. I'm really looking forward to this one. And hopefully the guys on the desk in the studio are as well. Let's get over to them. It's first of 5 Papoi versus Jamie for Eastern Europe, Russia. Let's go.
Thank you again to Logan and to Jammers there for bringing it in for us. And now we got a couple more folks up on the desk.
Is that the champ over there? Champ. Are you still considered the reigning champ? Like, it's been so long.
I mean, they haven't taken it away from me yet, so yeah, I guess I am.
I think he still is. And then we got Rob TV back here, of course. We got James Chen, as you can see, and Rin just back here, too. Just eating up here like that.
I'm making a mess here. I'm making a mess here.
Jeez.
We didn't have that long of a break.
I haven't had that long of a break either.
Bro, for this actual, well, actually, I guess before, because I'm so excited about this match, but I don't want to skip ahead of the actual champ. Your opinion might actually be the most important. Adam, what are you thinking about this match?
So Papoi is actually a frequent learner in the Laura Discord, and I'm usually in the Laura Discord, so I actually know a lot about Papoi. Very aggressive style. This is probably
aggressive, huh?
Aggressive style. Laura's I try to watch like all the Laura mains, so to try to get like a general idea how like other people play Laura and how people go about their styles of playing Laura. So I'm very interested to see. And I also think Laura does fare pretty well versus Honda, but I heard Jamie does have a Luke. And Luke is the character that I think is a very problematic. So if we see the Luke, I think it could be rough.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I feel like assuming that we see the classic matchup, the Honda versus the Laura, first and foremost, I got to say, Jamie Intel World Open, man, over there in Poland, everything, watching that. One of the most entertaining players from the entire Intel World Open, specifically someone whose down button gets stuck here and there, likes to put on the show. She's definitely a ridiculously strong E-Honda. And actually going into that event, going into the CPT event, a lot of us, because of Intel, we specifically were thinking that she was going to win the tournament. But Papoi, what was so interesting with him was actually the comment that he put as far as his pre-match in top 8. My man says, "I am just here to have fun." Yo, if a Laura player, Geef player, Mika player is just trying to have fun, it's not going to be good for anyone else. And, of course, Papoi goes ahead and wins it all. Now with the 5K, actually, there was already money on it before. So if Papoi has the same mindset, it might be rough for Jamie.
Honda can have a good time out there, too.
You're not lying.
Honda can party. It's interesting that you bring up Papoi being in the Laura Discord because so is Jamie. Jamie's actually a mod in the Honda Discord. Has been in there for a long time. you know, I want her to play whichever character that she thinks
Why
is
do
best,
characters
right?
that don't...
Luke or Honda,
Oh.
either way that she thinks is better, I think is the better way to go. But I do want to also say, you guys are talking about Intel and the fact that Papoi won in the CP2 Grand Finals. But if you look at how that went down, it was actually Jamie going up 2-0 and being at tournament point.
You're right,
And then
you're
Papoi
right.
making the complete comeback, and then Papoi making the 3-0 in the second set. So Jamie almost had CP2 as well.
Right, and that was kind of one of the things that I was going to bring up here because I thought that was really important. A lot of the CPT Grand Finals, we've seen the upsets, you know, and, you know, I don't feel like that one was as much of an upset. There was one particular round where Jamie was full bar and Papoi tiny little bar, and then just made the most ridiculous comeback, including Jamie like walking into a neutral jump at the very end to die. And I felt like that round was the round that almost kind of broke Jamie mentally a little bit, because from there you just saw a lot more mistakes, and you saw that every time Papoi started the comeback, Jamie probably was getting flashbacks of that particular round. And so right now, for me, the key to this matchup here is going to be that mental fortitude on Jamie's side. How if she can actually, you know, not fall into that trap again.
Absolutely, and as David said, right, it was a complete comeback, and I want to give some context to that situation. Papoi, or excuse me, Jamie was on the game-winning combo, right? It was going to be 3-0 grand final. She was going to take it, no problem. Drops the combo. Papoi runs the set back 3-2, and then 3-0s her in grand finals. Ridiculous, and it really was the mental fortitude crumbling at the end. So hopefully Jamie, with more experience under her belt, can really show the strength and the mental growth that she's shown. But of course, I want to throw it to you, David, before we get out of here.
Yeah, look, I think that there's a lot of strength in both of these players. I expect it to be a close set, a good set. It has been in the past. Let's go to the commentators for the match.
For certain, they're going to be fighting it out for Mother Russia. That is absolutely true. And one thing is for certain, for sure, from this side, is that I will not ever be able to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius in my life as an immigrant American. My name is Vicious, here with St. Cola to bring down the matchup before us. It's going to be Jamie going up against, you already know who the Laura player we got.
Papoi, my
sir.
boy. Definitely been doing a lot of work out here. But, you know, again, Papoi didn't really get that attention until recently, I feel like the last year. Jamie, however, has had a lot of attention. If you watch Salt Mine League, which y'all should be, she's done a lot of work out there with the Honda.
True.
And, you know, her loss was unfortunate, but that was in October. What happened a month later was the drop of a new character named Luke.
True.
And, man, that character's super strong. And she, talking about Discords, she's also up in the Luke Discord. So
True.
I think that might be the pick today.
And it's kind of funny, too. I feel like the way that Jamie has dissected some of these characters, like she also had a jury that we've seen in the Intel World Open, immediately
right.
switched up into Honda. There's a lot that's said about the way she plays the game and how much she understands it. And look, right here, we do have the Luke in full effect, and I'm glad she picked the USA jersey.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I see you, Jamie. You do this one for me. I see you. All right. Jamie coming through again with the Luke. And this is a fantastic choice. We watched this in the 5v5. We got a little bit sample with Chrissy CH.
Yes.
And we saw IDOM, of course. But you see the DP right through the fireball. Has many tools to deal with what she wants to do.
Oh, no, without a doubt. And if she wanted to, she could keep Laura away as much as possible. And I like the idea of using the forward fierce to cover the ground after the throw. Very, very smart to keep the pressure on. But here we go. Papoi getting the opening off the forward fierce herself. Covering the V-shift. No, held onto the thunderclap instead. Jamie trying to get a V-reversal. Does get a jump out instead. Clears it. And the momentum now all in Jamie's favor.
The throw. One more touch, though. Jamie gets hit with the EX. Oh, no. Careful. V-reversal. This is all your win right here, Jamie, in the end. All you need is one touch to seal it. All you need is one touch, tap, do it like that. Just play perfect. Nice and easy, because it could be robbery.
It's going to be a little difficult for Papoi to get this robbery going, but it's going to be the side switch, dashing up and stealing a turn. The V-shift. She did not succumb to the mix.
She's staying sober. That's a bartender right there, but we staying sober out here. Jamie maybe had flashbacks of what happened previously, said, not for me, not today. But the sunset wheel and play might be the last sunset you let happen to you, sir. I'm going to tell you right now.
She got a cranberry vodka, hold the vodka.
Oh, a little bit too much.
She got the juice.
She got the juice. Well, I'll tell you, my man, Papoi is definitely loose. If he gets going with V-Trigger, it might be a problematic thing to get going. That's the second part that you have to worry about of these matches, is when V-Trigger gets going, this character gets flowing. That's the danger. Yeah. The neutral for Laura, it's okay, you know, despite what IDOM may say.
Oh,
but
my
I'll tell
God.
you, she gets going too hard.
Again, the invincible frames past the fireball. Jamie 2 times over thus far, contesting that thunderclap, which is a huge deal for Laura to get started in the neutral. There's a big crush counter. Roundhouse, the reset on the same side. Right into the meaties. Oh my god, the stun is there.
Oh, we got the meaties. Yeah, build that ball, build the bear, and finds the finish. Papoi, my boy. Sealing it and putting it round around.
Nothing that puts a smile on my face and seeing the optimized meter building strategy afterwards. The triple elbow to get the side switch and the command grab. I love seeing that.
Get that going. You want to have some bar flow for the next match like that, you know? And Laura definitely lives with that bar. She gets that EX, especially in that post-stun fun kind of situation. It's like 70%. And falls to fireball so many different times, so it'd be hard to DP through.
I love that, still being able to punish Papoi, just a little bit overzealous on that forward fierce. But Jamie now, okay, this is going to be a sizable punish. Does get the target combo, but what's more important, does get the Oki situation into the back throw. The roundhouse could be as meaty as ever. That could have led her into a plus position, but mistimed it slightly.
Does get the knockdown. Trying to find an opening. Here's the activation from Papoi. What we got in store? The fireball, the B skill coming through. Under pressure. You gotta play this real well if you're Jamie.
The defense from Jamie has been superb. Did you see her walking out of the corner off of that crouching jab interruption? Although it wasn't a hit, it was enough for her to get Laura off. And I'm telling you right now, Jamie is looking real slick with Luke.
And it's the difficulty when this character has all this room, can play lane. So many ways. He's got the toolkit for everything.
Yeah, the Sandblaster being at 3 different strengths. Oh, I like that. The Avenger going through, but the overhead connect. Papoi getting the party started now. The interruption off of the Jep. It is so far reaching, too. What a great move to interrupt. Jamie has done that 2 times over thus far. There was a lot of target combos to be had from the punishes that Jamie decided to go on. And I will say there are opportunities for Luke to nail really big damage with or without the V-skill charged up. But I will say the option to go for the target combo, it's like, you know, I might not have the full-on punish here. I'm going to go for something safe. I want to get an Oki situation off of this. And it's been very dominant throughout that set, or at least that game from the set.
And I like the fact that Jamie does back off in some of these situations too, knowing that she's up and, you know, in a lead in health like that, backs away, and Luke can play that way. We see those long-range Sandblasters. He's got fantastic normals to keep him at distance. And even though that jab is -4, what are you going to do about it? The pushback makes it hard to punish like that. Now we're getting back in the match. Jamie up 1.
Yeah, there hasn't been too many instances where Jamie's let any of these normals kind of just rock by itself and get punished, right? I mean, even the jab that she threw out there, that was mad far.
Meaty punch starting to come through too as well, but here's command grab. For the Oki.
Oh, mistimed the elbow, the meaty elbow from Papoi. No anti-air there from Jamie.
Severe reversal on him. Target combo. And again, the Oki while you're pressing buttons.
Oh. And I like this is the big opportunity now for Papoi. Look at the amount of gray light that Jamie has. No, not today. Guess the V-skill charged up afterwards. Oh boy.
Yes, I like the armor usage right there. Gets the side switch too as well. The throw. Up in the corner. I'll call the corner in a second.
Oh no.
Overhead. Oh,
the jump out of the cross up. There's going to be more than enough damage.
The DP to do it.
Had the enhanced flash knuckle to continue the damage as well. Just that jump out was so brave from Jamie, but wasn't enough deterrence from Papoi to keep Jamie scared in that corner.
I bet she was Papoi was looking for the medium punch, the kind of anti-air right there, but it just wasn't there.
Oh my god, this is so sick to see. Oh
no! This is for free. You're doing it like that, Jamie.
Jump back jab just in case. I love that.
Put him in place. Stocked up with the Popeye arms.
Oh. This is so intense when Papoi actually gets into close combat because, okay, maybe not as much. Jamie again finding the interruption off of the crouch jab, so slick, finding these interruptions over and over against Papoi. You thought you could move forward. Luke just occupies that space so well with some of those special normals too. Even if she wasn't using a special normal, that medium punch is so obnoxious. If you get that confirmed, you get into the full target combo. Even with the jab that moves him forward, you get the rest of it on the knockdown. It's just so difficult to try to steal turns against someone like Luke.
I think Laura already deals difficult, has a difficult time against very neutral-based characters. Karen, right? Guile, things like that really take her down, and Luke is one of those characters too as well. The fireballs keeping them at bay, eating all this damage, and then you're halfway in health. We haven't even seen any V-trigger robbery really come from Papoi. So if you're Papoi, you really got to think about how you're making your ways in, maybe betting some of these situations. We saw yesterday with Idom, trying to bet with some of the EX, but then again, Idom did switch, try to find his win against Chris CCH. So if Papoi has another character, it might be time to flip it, I don't know, man. This is looking a little dire.
It's kind of wild, too, because just in case the moment happens where Papoi happens to find the counter against Luke, Jamie still has Honda.
That's true.
Right? But that's the craziest thing,
Suit up
right?
my brain if you need to.
Yeah, Jamie's already up, what, 2 whole games in a very convincing fashion so far. If she had to, she could be like, all right, well, I've had my test run with Luke. I'm going to go back to the hands.
Yeah.
Why not?
It could happen. But for right now, she's staying solid, doing the fantastic normals with that character. Staying up shot with the medium punch also. We see that too as well. Even though it's -2, you stick that sucker out, and then you have crouching kick behind it, things like that. And the sandblaster to end some of these combos. The conversions didn't get the hit, but still, even if you're not finding the charge up, you're still finding a lot of damage.
Yeah. I did love the whiff punish earlier, but Papoi bringing it right back. You cannot thunderclap in front of Jamie like that. It's been so consistent. No anti-airs though. It's so wild to see. We don't even see the uppercut as the anti-air, but past the thunderclap, consistent.
Consistent. Every single time it comes out in the right sort of range, the dang straight, I'm gonna hit you. Ooh, gets into you with the throw. Oh, you trying to get
He walked 3 steps.
He was all up on that.
She was traveling.
Coast to coast. Okay, V reversal. That's fine. Get some distance. Challenges.
Oh,
with
too
the
far.
command grab. Unfortunate. And again, going for the Oki situation. That's the great thing about the character. Looping the Oki over and over again to get that win. It's so hard to challenge some of these situations to wake up.
It wasn't too bad though. Papoi didn't suffer too much damage on the punish. That is an excellent V-shift past the thermobaric barrage, or at least the sandblaster. Oh boy. So this is going to be great. Papoi now on the board. Jamie had a couple of moments where she left damage on the table.
Yeah, and that could sway this. I feel like if they get that momentum, looks like I got a round. Get more. Get a game. So we get going. Command grab in.
How many of these jump-ins have just flown in against Jamie?
She's got the anti-air situation going, Got crouch fears, you got DP. Won't they go for free?
Even so, even if you're further out, if you're moving backwards, you could even do back roundhouse. I've seen that sucker hit so many times.
Oh, with the crush? Oh.
It could happen. Oh, low forward confirm into the uppercut from Jamie. No uppercut
DP.
this time. Nothing. He tried. Oh, Luke tried to jump back. It wasn't enough. Jamie now in dire straits in this corner. Oh, I take it all back.
But no back throw, though. Just find the activation off the sweep. No conversion off the jab.
Oh, this is going to be huge.
Stock up with a V skill.
The back roundhouse!
She heard us! She heard us!
I almost pushed Nicola off this chair. I'm so sorry. Oh my God!
We're trying not to flinch on the table.
I was waiting for the anti-air. We talked about it, right? Back roundhouse covering out so much of that space. So well done from Jamie.
When you have all these tools, it's hard. You gotta cycle through them sometimes. You're like, oh wait, this is the right one. The screwdriver works. Gets the knockdown.
I almost killed St. Cola. I'm so sorry.
This would have been my last commentary job this week. Would have been worth it. Nice.
We got 2 more days. Important tech there from Papoi. Man, chased her down. Jamie actually backed down with the back dash, and Papoi actually read it. Back throw now. There's a lot of side switching going on. This is going to be huge for Papoi. Can he make the most of it? Another throw against the V reversal. Overhead does get blocked, but the thunderclap is still there.
Done. Get it to him. Ooh. The stun and done. Make him see stars like Hollywood Boulevard. Papoi still in it to try to win it. And I like the fact that we are seeing some matches. No clean sweeps, no janitors out here. Just dirt.
And I like the options too, going with the sunset wheel. I will say, or at least not sunset wheel, I was going to say driving it down from Hollywood via the route of Sunset Boulevard is what I was going to do. But either way, I do like the change up here from Papoi. As soon as he gets that transition in the corner, make sure to not let it go and do all the grimy stuff, right?
Yes.
That's when you actually get to do the thunderclap pressure. Jamie wasn't even expecting it as much. You could see how much of a deterrence it was to see that thunderclap. She wasn't even ready to throw out some of these uppercuts in the corner. Only in instances where it's mid-screen, you would really see those uppercuts fly. Not in the corner though, so that's got to be a significant signal for Papoi to take advantage of.
Notes, and put that down. So I take some more rounds. I would also like to see Papoi, even though he just won that one, use some of the V-shifts against these heavy knuckles right here that are going for free. You can get a free punish like that if you got that V-shift in play. So if you're trying to stay in, Papoi, get that win. I'm going to see that V-shift. Plus you get the bar back as a return halfway at least.
Oh my God!
Don't let that
Don't
do
that!
Like
oh, there we go!
We anti-airing.
It's a whole different ball game once Jamie starts anti-airing. Do it again. We'll take that. We'll take it. We'll take it.
That's good.
That's not bad.
Jesus!
We're going to need a new stool because I'm about to push things off of this stage. I'm telling you.
Please. Jumping, spawn for free. The fireball trying to come through. V-trigger activated. There's a lot of bar already been spent on the V-trigger side. So all Jamie has to do is survive. Objective survive.
It's so interesting. There's going to be a punish. No, not quite. Either way, she's plus.
Activation. Stuff like that. Saved by the fireball.
Oh, what a time to use that V-trigger. Papoi goes for the knockdown off the elbow. EX uppercut. How often have we seen that, though?
Not too many times.
Oh! I think that would have worked if she uppercut. Oh, either way, just a nice subtle crouch jab against Papoi on the way down. Taking the first round of game number 4. Looking so consistent. Ooh.
Careful with innings whip.
Oh my God! I love seeing that. It's so good.
You're just giving damage to Jamie. Now, these first parts of these rounds are literally going down from the DPs.
She's so good at that. How many times did she hit that mid-screen? Oh boy. That could have gone into a target combo.
Right? That could have been Oki's situation into routing it back like that, but getting closer and closer to the corner.
Pumping up the arms. Bicep day.
There we go. That's what. Are they listening to us? Are they listening to us?
I love that. I love the choice to use the V-shift past the enhanced flash knuckle. Back throw now is going to be a roundhouse. No, it's going to be the fierce.
The XP reversal right back at him. Jamie's backing off. I like that. The outside the corner. You can play this lame game even more because of the V-trigger in store. A lot of shots that come through and the damage too. Push up the mimic kicks.
Yeah, you know what she's looking for, right? Getting a good firm. That's a big cross-up. Oh, you could have spent the bar early, but dang, okay. I do like that reset opportunity. Did get the crush. Only had to spend 1 EX bar to tie it up in this game.
Screen kick into the EX. Conversion, the knuckle. Try to get the overhead. And listen, a little bit of a reset right there. We take those all.
100%. Backing off, playing the Sandblaster game. Papoi trying to look for it and maybe react back. Roundhouse does get blocked. And here comes the Thunderclap. Does not get contested with an uppercut, but a crouching jab to stop the forward advancement. Now it's going to be Papoi with the onslaught. Another interruption from Jamie. Very important.
Just hitting every so often, just putting that crouching light punch. Even though it's not leaning so hard, I like that it's there.
That
the V-shift, the where to get the break. So I'm going to be putting over the corner. And the challenge again gets the Oki situation in the throw. Piece him up.
Jump back jab again.
The layup. The classico.
Low forward, confirm EX flash knuckle. Does not get the Oki she was looking for. No meats there.
All vegan this season, but the fireball coming through. Jamie, I see you with the mink, 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 mink.
It was just one of those, I feel like.
Okay, yeah.
That's all she needed. It was just, it was like a nice little, what was that? The flicker, right? That's what it was? Yeah. I wish Luke did that.
Yeah. The arm like that, bow.
I love that. It was so sick. I got to rewatch that.
I love Jamie's play right now, though. I'll tell you that.
It's looking so clean. There's so many impactful interruptions against Papoi that it's really deterred any sort of offensive strategy. And I will say the only questionable thing on Jamie's side is just the anti-air option. Going air to air or even trying to like walk back and just block. There were certain instances where she's shown the options, the proper options to anti-air, but most of the time it's just like, nah, I'm okay. I'll just wait.
Just jump back jab a little bit, you know, or just block it out. But you don't want to let this character get in. But I like the preventative help that Jamie is showing. You say, and Apple Day keeps Allura away. You just keep her out. That's what it's about. Don't let her mix you. Don't let her rob you. You know.
I just hope some of these options to not anti-air doesn't bite her in the end. I don't want her to hit the confession booth and be like, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 3 matches since I anti-aired. These are my sins."
I can't help you, son. Oh, see, I can't help you. It's a command grab. The challenge, though, the target combo not completing the combo.
My God!
Counter hit, though. Started stepping with it.
EX Sandblaster pumping up the iron. No, not the option. You want to go for the flash knuckle. That light one is punishable.
Get the challenge. Forcing the back roll. And the boy trying to press in.
Ooh, yes.
That win. And that V-bar is built up at the bottom. The EX again. Sunset wheel.
Very nice looking. Oh boy, the mediums. And we get after third hit. Wait for the reset back throw. Watch out for the roundhouse. No, what?
Not to confirm that you wanted. And this would be a confirmed kill for Papoi with the activation to seal it.
That was pretty wild. Jamie with her hands to her head. Like, what in the world did I just do?
Dang.
Both hands off the stick and set straight to the cranium. Trying to contemplate life.
Why did I do this? I like Papoi swing out that standing heavy kick every so often to try to maybe get a crush before the fireball comes out. But now Jamie's throwing the normals.
There it is, the roundhouse I was looking for. And it was a counter hit. You get a full conversion off of that.
And the
that is perfect. You're actually dead.
Oh, yeah. Smoked. Like a barbecue.
My God, the damage. And I do like the back roundhouse route. It was so clean. So beautifully done. It even has the camera ops guy shook. He saw that, it was like, damn, I'm glad I wasn't on the receiving end of that.
I don't know my man play Street Fighter, but he gonna learn today what's cheap. Papoi, though.
Oh, that was really awkward, actually. Papoi in the right space to get away from the uppercut, but also the Thunderclap being active enough to stop Jamie from uppercutting through, or at least the invulnerability frames come through. Oh, boy. There's the anti-air.
We don't thought Fireballs do something different with it, but the punish on the EX, unfortunate. Getting the elbow, EX for the plus frames. Boy, backing off, but I feel like he's trying to get in and never mind. Commentator's curse.
Ah, man, no reset. Not close enough. Sunset wheel. That's another one. Oh, the crush. But it's fine. Jamie was actually midair. Midair again, but still puts herself into the mix. A lot of fans for Papoi, huh?
Yeah.
Steve's the only one snapping his fingers. He knows the vibes.
Yeah.
He definitely
Nice
knows
and
the
chill,
vibes.
nice and chill. But I'll tell you who's not probably chill right now. I don't think Jamie's in a chill position right here. This could be the turnaround. That similar to what we saw in the CPT, where they had the momentum, they had everything, and she just let it kind of go for free. And you don't want this to happen again. And I feel like there's a lot of stress in this situation, in this match like that. Like, you don't want that to happen to you again. How bad would it be for them to route it back, even though it's not as drastic, right? You don't want them to route it back from the brink and then win once again. Jamie got to redeem herself here.
That's the thing, though. I feel like no matter the situation currently, whatever Jamie is thinking about, she still has Honda. I'm going to say that again. Like, I think that's one of the key components here. I think there's going to be a situation where if it comes to like a tie game or even at like 4-4, there's going to be a situation where the Hondas come out to play and be like, okay, well, now the party's over. It's time for me to crash some health with my hands. But as it stands right now, we're starting to see the adaptation coming in from Papoi.
Yeah. I think after this game, if it does go the wrong sort of way, the DP, though, tell me different. But if it does go the wrong way, the Honda should come into play. Right now, Jamie going for these anti-airs a lot more.
That was just like a raw medium punch. I felt like the rest of it would have connected to low medium kick. No confirm from Jamie that time. Does get the back throw. Will it be a roundhouse again to apply immediate? No, it was a fierce this time, followed by a sand blaster.
Fireball's up front of the face. The challenge, though, for Jamie. I got to do that. The backup DP. There we go. Do it again. Give me another one.
DXN Blaster get those plus frames afterwards, but still chasing down with the forward fierce. Papoi now chasing down another big interruption from Jamie. How many times has this happened so far in the set?
Chase with the overhead. Now the activation, EX. Here, Russell, you still caught. In the EX, unfortunate. You shifted to the break. So you better wait.
Oh. There's a sunset wheel past the thunderclap. Very great job for Papoi. Offensively, that was a counter hit. That could have been a command grab, but backs off instead. Jamie now in dire straits, changing it up.
In the corner, the challenge.
Oh, punish!
Papoi! A lot of scramble. But Papoi says, I'll take mine on read.
I wonder what that option was from Jamie. She committed to the target combo in its entirety. Did get fully punished, but I just want to know, was there a crouching jab that actually hit? I might have missed it.
Maybe. But don't fully block either way. Papoi with the punishment could give us a 3-3. Maybe the closest match we're going to see.
Oh, no! Hey, not too great from both ends. A little bit of a wonky situation for it. So now, what happens? Fierce? No, that was forward fierce, excuse me.
Better find that crush. Get to the plus frame, stash up, throw. You'll take those, though. Oh, but this might be bad with the Oki situation.
Oh, no uppercut. Goes for the jump back jab. There it is, the target combo into the trigger off the wall. Gets the no chaser, plus frames down.
The X2 as well. Kind of like that neutral jump because we've seen Jamie go for the forward fierce many times. Trying to catch that.
Jamie
backing off like
that though.
Where are those uppercuts? Oh, she got a different way to anti-air play. Meek.
There it is. Let me hear it one more time. What does that sound like?
Meek.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Punk, actually, my man. When he's playing this character. But you see Papoi making the adjustments. And some of this might be because they play the character a lot more, but here's the EX store for the knockdown.
Man, back medium punches. Trying to get that frame trap going, but still, Papoi now gets the knockdown instead. Thunderclap, so active still. That's another command grab setup. Papoi getting the roundhouse this time. Jamie close to stun. It's her turn now. Off of the target combo activation. Flash knuckle light. Does get the Oki, but still the V-shift coming in from Papoi, resetting the situation.
Papoi getting DP'd outside that city. Anti-air once again. The meek again.
That was so
that corner
sick.
carry. Yo, that is, the fact you get that link, that is tight. Papoi still staying all right until the conversion hit again. The feature situation. Oh, and the fist to face to put him in his plate. Jeez.
She was still at V-trigger regardless, right? She was going to try to chip away that damage. That fierce was to ensure the meaty, get himself a sandblaster for Luke, and then Jamie was going to finish it off with some more of that V-trigger to just wind down some of that damage if need be. So smart. Papoi should have seen that coming though, because there's been so many instances where Jamie's been on point with some of these meaties that it's just like, okay, well, I can't afford to take some of that damage from Luke. Even if Papoi had extra life left, that single hit would have led to what, like 20%, 25%?
Way too much sometimes.
Way too much.
Luke fans are saying it's fine, and Jamie is on game point against Papoi. And you know, we were sitting here talking about what the adjustments need to be. A lot more antis that we're seeing right here. The jump back, and now the DP. There we go. Give him locked down, make him look like a clown.
She's changing it up so much. No, the V-skill in front. Why?
Why? Uh-oh. Whip punch on the heavy kick, though.
Oh, boy. The V-shift, no, didn't get caught. Very lucky for Jamie. Papoi still trying to suppress. I like that. Holding on to the shift. That's a throw bait. Sunset wheel. What's the option now? Meaty elbow, counter hit. Gets to extend the combo. Dial it in. Papoi trying to get back to life. Honestly, it's going to be really, really tough. Jamie has been in this situation before as well, where she has the tournament in sight. But can Papoi make a comeback like he did in the CPT?
She needs to get that revenge. This is the time right now. And she can. She's got all the tools. DP comes out for free.
Word.
No bar spit. That was DP Tartar. Ain't no EX on it.
Dang, and to confirm off the low forward afterwards, Jamie looking real clean. Back roundhouse, just under a crouching Laura. That's a big punish for Papoi. Another interruption from Jamie. What in the world is going on?
The reversal. I like the Papoi spinning that bar differently to try to keep him caught up in the corner. EX for the plus range, no lane. The throw. In there, though.
Anti-air elbow.
One more hit to do it.
Tough. Tried to interrupt. Jamie not able to cut it. I don't know what button it was, but it wasn't the right one. Papoi getting that third game on the board, climbing up the ladder to catch up.
Jamie is in a fine position, in my opinion. She has all the tools, has to put them together. The Honda pick might not be it, but then again, there is an element of you feeling comfortable with the character that you've been playing for, years upon years, that you've been doing, winning tournaments with, been soaking people up in top 8s and things like that. Top players like Problem X and all the other UK, top level players. So if you switch now, in my opinion, it won't be the worst thing, but I still think the Luke is still the play.
I wouldn't be surprised either way. I think at 4-3 now is the time, because you're not going to get another switch. Right? So I think now is the time to get that switch going. David kind of mentioned it earlier. Honda has a lot of opportunities to party just as much as Laura does, I feel like. So that's going to be really interesting to see if she does it. But it's not going to be the case. It's going to be Luke all the way through still, or at least for one more game, right?
That's true. Could switch later on, but, we'll see what happens.
Would you switch at a 4-4? I don't know. That's tough, right?
Yeah, because then you have to get acclimated. It might be too late.
Yeah.
The boy said, I ain't going to wait. I'm going to get into you.
Yeah.
Check that red. Jamie almost there. Here's the activation to stave it off for a bit.
Oh, no normal to back it up first. Kind of awkward. Oh. A lot of these jump-ins, even the neutral jumps in front of Jamie, haven't gone punished. Oh, boy. Crush counter. Oh!
Reset?
You went for the reset? It didn't matter. That's fine. Papoi actually pulled himself a little bit of extra meter off that throw as well. Jamie on the ropes now. Huge change in momentum.
Very confident play by Papoi in the neutral, too, that we're seeing. It's also a mix of all these V-shifts, V-reversals, things like that have definitely caught Jamie off guard. Yeah, no DP right there. Oh, and no confirm. Unfortunate. Papoi getting in.
What is happening?
Oh my God.
Oh. Papoi knew it, too.
Yeah.
He just sat there.
He backed away. So the jump in and play right here. Jamie gets the knockdown and the throw.
Oh, how many of these instances have there been jump back jab?
Gotta get those DPs, though. I want to see more damage on the deck.
Damage and just reset the situation. Another jump in coming in. Papoi is going to be feeling really good about these jump ins overall. Nice block on the V skill. No big punish. Okay, that's going to be just fine.
The chaser. It's a follow-up. Jamie now on set point. This is critical. You have to seal it here. Don't let the curse contain you. Break the curse, Jamie.
See if it happens. Looking at match point, tournament point actually, for her exhibition against Papoi. Look at this. Checking with the low forwards, a lot more active in neutral. Jump back jab again! Ooh. How many times have Papoi not been punished for these jump ins? This is going to be a great opener, a great start for Laura players all over the world. Oh,
should have committed. So Knuckles on him. Gets the meaty with it. No vegan, the dash in. EX situation.
Oh my God,
she that wrong.
Forever.
Oh, she gaming. Oh, she need to kick one more kick for the stun?
Will do it. Looking for a bunch of frame traps. Excellent time for the V reversal, but still Jamie going for something else other than an anti-air. She's going to regret it in the morning. Take two of these. The overhead, take two of these instead. Call me in the morning. Jamie gets the run back against Papoi successfully, securing the bag and getting that extra 5K.
Breaking the curse. Congratulations to Jamie coming back from the brink. And that's got to be a really good win for her in the end. Yo, shout out to Jamie. And using a new character too, like Luke, fantastically. Had all the tools and finally put them together to not let things run away from her.
Pretty good character. I must say, pretty good character.
Pretty good.
Fun to play. We'll throw it back to David and the analyst to give us a full rundown of what we just experienced between these two titans of Mother Russia.
Congratulations to Jamie for taking it there over Papoi. It seemed at times that it was maybe a little bit, it could have gone one way or the other, right? We were a little worried for her at some times. Papoi obviously did a lot of great work as well in keeping it close, had some great options. But, you know, we have a Laura player here who's pretty good, has done all right in the CPT in the past. Idom, how do you think about that set?
That matchup for Luke, if you control the space where she wants to be, it is rough for Laura to get in. It can start looking ugly. But Papoi was doing a good job, you know, mixing up his options, trying to like bum rush in. But at the end, Jamie played great, took the set.
Man, I feel like I'm glad that you just brought up, you know, the character matchup. In general, we have seen a lot throughout this entire CPT up to this point, this entire season final. Chun-Li, very good matchup against Nikali. We saw the Chun-Li win. Balrog, very good matchup against Guile. It doesn't come down just to that, but obviously, if you're on this stage, there's a pretty good chance that you and your opponent are probably somewhat similar in skill. So when you're that similar in skill, man, the character matchup can, you know, be the deciding factor. I feel like right there, Jamie played phenomenal. I like the anti-air DPs, even the classicals, the jump back jabs. But in general, I would say that Papoi, as well as he played, have another character on deck.
I love that point. I think that's a great point. The only way that I love it more is if it was slathered in some Arby's sauce.
Oh, yeah. Or some cheddar cheese.
Some horsey sauce. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Maybe a side of fries,
Yes.
like a curly fry. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right. It's the Arby's meaty moment. Let's go do it.
Arby's, we have the meat.
I mean, honestly, one of the most important things I felt like about this match, we started seeing it. I mentioned in the grand finals, there was that one round where it felt like it broke Jamie's, confidence, and she kind of cracked at that point in time. It was happening in this one as well.
Forgot, yeah.
I almost felt like that was happening here. You see right here, Jamie going up 2-0, 3-0. It looked like it was going to be pure domination, but then all of a sudden, Papoi started making this comeback, and I was worried for a second.
Yeah, it was definitely a little scary, right? And I think to go back to what Idom was saying about this character matchup, and like the space that you want to occupy, right? Laura obviously good with the stand medium kick, the thunderclap range, and Luke has, I think, better options to close that gap than someone like Honda, right? Honda, slow walk speed. He has the hands, but it's a bigger commitment than the stand medium punch, than the stand jab from Luke, right? Those things just really occupy that space that Laura wants to excel at great, and you can see why Jamie really rode that to victory. Smart blocks, and like you said, James, did not crumble when the chips were down.
Yo, we were actually on this desk sweating during that set. Not because we were biased and wanted Jamie to win over Papoi, but more so just the fact that you don't want to see anyone lose the same way after being so close to winning. So honestly, I think that a big reason that she actually was able to close it out is because of the fact that she's already been in that situation before now. A lot of these underrepresented regions, one of the issues is the fact that because they're underrepresented, that means that they don't get to experience these high pressure situations as much as you like to. So now we see the benefits of having more of these CPT regions.
And to build on your point real quick, just about Jamie's growth and how she handled the situation, right? Idom was talking about the jump back jabs that we saw. Rob, you mentioned it as well, right? Where you are giving up some space, but it was a thing that answered her opponent's pressure in a safe way, right? She didn't crumble and try to go for something like super optimal to get the big hit afterwards. She went with something that was quick, that knew it was going to work, and that is a very tournament-ready answer. It was good to see.
Yeah, champions don't always just automatically win the cleanest. They win. You know what I mean?
And honestly, one of the things that I think is really important about this is that this is the kind of win that's going to fuel Jamie from this point forward.
I agree.
You see it so often when a player is just like, gatekeeper, just there, top 8, top 4, top 4. They win their first game, their tournament, and then all of a sudden,
the breakthrough.
They're just threat every single time. And I feel like this win right here for Jamie, this might be that victory for her.
Congrats again to Jamie taking it over Papoi. I said earlier that I'm really just an indoors person. I do go outside. I do go out every now and then, once or twice a week.
I've seen you.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then I make it out there. And whenever I do, I remember that there's this huge nuclear ball in the sky trying to put my eyes out. Game Gooder knows that gamers go outside too. And it's for people like me. Channel your inner Chun-Li and kick some style butt outside while enjoying fun, functional, fashionable, and affordable Goodr Sunnies that offer 100% UV protection and polarized lenses in a lightweight frame that won't slip or bounce.
Beautiful shouts to Goodr. And of course, shout outs to Arby's, been holding us down throughout the CPT season finals. Arby's is a proud sponsor of the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 season final. Connect with Arby's on social and follow them across your favorite social media platforms. It's at Arby's everywhere, baby. You don't got to get it twisted. Nothing to be confused about.
Oh man, I wish I could de-stress from these matches. The stress of it. Nothing else like being able to just curl up, maybe an Arby's on my side, maybe in one hand, and the other hand, of course, as I'm hanging out on the couch, all splayed out. Of course, I'm going to have my mobile phone there with Street Fighter Duel on. The Capcom authorized mobile game is now available for download in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. Other regions are also coming soon. Keep a lookout for more news on the global release, and get ready to join the journey with millions of players to find out who is the best fighter in the world. Again, we got a lot more of the world to watch, but today we only have one more spot to watch.
Man.
And that is going to be as we head down to South America West, where we will have Nero the Boxer versus Frozen. Stick around for that.